Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new Celsius and other various bankruptcy updates going on over here. Now, we've been a little bit inactive on the channel and also on Reddit, so I'm sorry about that. I did have my uncle go and pass away, so between the funeral and family and everything else, my life has been somewhat flipped upside down. But I do want to give you guys a bit of a recap of everything that happened throughout today's court hearing, some general updates, and some other things I never had a chance to cover, as well as also some pretty big numbers when it comes to potential insider clawback numbers and figures, as well as also the restructuring plan that's still been in motion and a few other little various things, Binance buying Voyager and what that potentially means for Celsius creditors, and a bunch of little random various things all tied on in. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. And as well, if you guys are brand new, make sure if you guys want to, subscribe or put on the notifications for the channel itself, and I'll try my best to kind of stay a little bit more on the active side again now that the holiday rush and craziness is thankfully getting a little bit more, well, done. So let's go down to some cool news over here. And hopefully you guys have all been doing okay. I have been noticing a lot of just bad sentiment, myself included, just by looking at the market, looking at the vibes, just giving you guys a lot of like preemptive good news, and I guess maybe not necessarily good news, but good vibes, I guess. And we'll keep on trying to find maybe good news out here for you guys. I've just seen a lot of people kind of down the dumps, myself included. So, you know what, we're all listening together. So I'm going to try my best to, I guess, put a positive swing on things. And, well, at least we have been making progress when it comes to everything here. So sorry for a longer intro. Let's dive in. So very first and foremost, we actually did go and have some kind of big news. Number one, I think the biggest news over here is in regards now to the judge now confirming and putting the motion out here that the like kind of somewhat unique classets over here, so like that's like the peer custody accounts and all of that, are now able to go and fully go and get their money back. So this is a proper motion for this one too, so you guys all know this is now officially coming on out over here. So that's first and foremost. Let's maybe that's good. Like we'll maybe do a little bit more of a deep dive in that one, but we kind of knew that was ongoing. That's like the $40-50 million of pure custody. So only anyone who's ever only put money in custody, or I believe anyone who ever put money 90 days beforehand and then went into that as well. I could be mistaken, but it's like that, not fully custody, not fully withdrawal, withdrew whatever that account was, like that weird fake account that really was in custody. So it's like still an okay chunk of money, but it's not full custody as of yet. And they did say they're going to be working on that. So we did also have a statement over here from the court. Now, this is basically kind of weird because in the court hearing itself, everyone was saying that he basically was just reading the slides, and that's kind of annoying because we all know how to read, hopefully, at this day and age. But they had a little bit of a business operation update and stuff like this. So they were saying, hey, the debtors expect to have a baseline liquidity of around $95 million, and that's also excluding the either selling stable coins or like basically the GK8 sales. Now, they are still trying to go and sell stable coins, and they're trying to be like, hey, we own these assets, and at this point, it's been a little bit on the rougher side because, well, obviously we don't think they do, and they've been spending like millions upon millions of dollars with basically nothing to go and show for it. Now, the big thing to say is that they are going to be running out of money soon, either May or June. If you guys do not know, they have their exclusivity period ending around February 15th or so, and as of right now, they also have had a lot of other companies interested in the bids themselves. So their coin report is still saying they have, as of the 25th of November, around $2.6 billion with over $1 billion of F and $630 million in Bitcoin or wrapped Bitcoin, and they are still saying with their equity holds around still $1.2 billion. And they also did want to go touch on this. Court approved debtors' motion to allow certain custody assets and withhold assets to be returned to customers now, and then the debtors are currently working on ways of how to make that happen. Someone in the court case itself brought up gas fees because in theory, if we're in earn or loans, you don't want to be paying free gas fees. As of right now, the industry usually does make you have to pay the gas fees withdrawal. So I would actually kind of agree on that one. I don't mind if they get their money. It's already approved by the judge, but don't give them free withdrawals because that's also taking more money away from the estate. But that's just my opinion either way. They did also have the CURP update, which is basically the key employee retention plan, and they have still been having money filed for that one to keep these people working through bankruptcy. Now, big updates is on the sale proceeds. They have been saying since September 22nd, or September 2022, the debtors, with support of their advisors, have been actually doing marketing and like reaching out to companies and seeing who want to buy it. So there's a few different things. It's either going to be a all-in bid, or they may go and sell the assets separately. So maybe they might want to sell the Bitcoin mining process separately, maybe sell the loan book separately, maybe sell customer data separately, whatever they might go and do. That's how they're maybe planning on doing it. Maybe their custodian program or whatever. So as of right now, they've counted 125 parties. 30 potential bidders with NDAs, and as well, we've been hearing rumors in the Binance sale, although we've been hearing that for quite some time. The qualified bid deadline was Monday, December 12th, which was the deadline by which interested parties had to submit bids with the definitive documentation and a good faith deposit. So the debtors received multiple bids, proposed a range of potential transactions and business structures too. So this is for the retail program and provide value to the debtors' estates. The debtors also received a number of single assets bids. So it could be either like they might maybe get 3 separate bids of all the highest bidders. Let's say mining has like a $500 million bid, and then maybe another company has like the loan thing for $500 million, and no other companies can compete with that. Maybe someone offers like an $800 million total. They may just go with the 2 individual sales at the end of the day. Now, they kind of went through the normal stuff. It's kind of how we've been seeing with Voyager. Basically, the company would get the assets, and then they go pay the money. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Or let's say Binance goes and buys all that. You just get a Binance account, and they allow you to basically withdraw everything. They did want to go push on their standalone reorg, but as of right now in the court, they were saying that they're probably not going to get a lot of regulatory approval, because apparently a lot of state regulators have confirmed that they're not in active engagement with them to make these all legal. And that's why a lot of folks are saying this standalone reorg is probably not going to happen, because you need to have proper like security laws and proper regulated laws, or have like a separate thing like a SEPA type program to essentially be able to go manage the stuff. But they're trying to go push through a wealth management platform, which is weird. They want to do like an independent crypto service providing in fund managers, which it might be a strange one to go push into. They also want to have it through like a creditor-owned business. In all honesty, I would actually love to see a brand new business by like this with outside funding. You give us all full equity, then you also then go give us either proceeds or equity on the Bitcoin mining and loan book. And that would be technically 3 different companies with all potentially good, like long-term growth. There's always a small chance with that one. They also want to go and state that their mining operations have generated a positive adjusted EBITDA. Although we've been seeing that the mining company has seemingly lost money, but some good news is that they have pretty much shut up almost all of the mining sites. So the last one is expected to be done by January, which also might be good then for a sale, because no one ever wants to buy like a 90% done project. So if they get that to 100% with everything running, that'd probably actually add a lot more value towards the estate itself. So that's just the run through with that. And as I mentioned too, we did see custody. As I mentioned, that pure custody, like the $45 million, was also approved in the court itself. Now, some kind of quick things to note too as well from TIFF itself, where we've been seeing these numbers where there's around $171 million from withdrawals from Alex Mashinsky himself, and around $30 million from Daniel Leon, all the executives, and probably another maybe like quite a few $1 million from other sides. So this is all potential clawbackable, depending on how the court wants to proceed with all of this. That could be money going towards the us, just in general. Now, the actual hearing itself, too, like I said, we did have a big focus on his actual presentation. The big thing is that the bidding deadline was basically delayed since the last time I've made a video. So as of right now, this will be more so set for January 24th, which kind of makes sense. Maybe if they have a lot more bids, a lot more time, a lot more assets, and does allow them to maybe finish up the actual like Bitcoin mining process. But like I said, I actually might go and add more extra money to the estate. Now we're gonna hope and see this actually goes okay, and we actually get some good deals as well. So basically a lot of these things, we didn't really see too much in the hearing itself. They did go and say that regulators need more time, that Celsius need more time, and that big regulators are going to be a big issue in the actual sales as well as progression of all of these companies. Very interesting to go and see too as well. Now on top of this too, we didn't really see too much on opposite debate. Manny's push on his mediation, which as well, if you guys want to go and donate to the Earn program, I think they just launched that up. I'll maybe have that linked down below, in case you guys want to check that out. But basically Manny's thing for the mediator was denied, although a lot of folks are basically saying like maybe in the near future, because there is a lot of issues. We are still waiting for the basically the investigation to be done on January 17th to kind of see where that's going from there. But basically just a lot, like nothing really kind of happened from this hearing itself. A lot of the judge is just trying to get these next steps ongoing and kind of make progress on this one, but it's kind of weird because it just doesn't really seem like anything really kind of went and happened too. So yeah, I get good examples. Probably just we're still trying to debate stuff. We're still trying to figure out who actually owns the coins themselves, besides the custody and pure custody side, and there really wasn't too much else tied on in. Now, we've been seeing a little bit of drama too when it came to some cell folks coming on into the program and discussing that, and as well, it's just all over the place. They had like mentioned saying if you had coins randomly sent, you might have a chance to get them returned too, but there really wasn't anything really big besides the main thing on the basically the coin fees on if custody gets the withdrawals, and basically more focused on the restructuring side, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen. There is a chance, but regulators are basically like, you got to get on this now rather than later. There also was some updates too from the past 3 weeks that KeyFi did have some proper next steps, I guess. They were saying either between 3 million and 100 million. So you have to get the accounting in order for that to go and see what money's coming back. Prime Trust did also give back $18 million a while ago, and we're still waiting for more updates on the stablecoin motion, and other various motions too as well. So kind of the smaller update with this one, because we also did go and have Voyager 2 also go get bought out. In case you guys missed that one too. If you guys want a pure video, I don't mind that. But basically the summary of that is that they're basically buying the assets and then throwing $20 million on top of it. So they're basically spending $20 million to, again, have them on their platform, get their information, maybe have them have to do some trades. But at the end of the day, it really wasn't the best deal. So hopefully if Binance is involved or we have other creditors, we can maybe get a slightly better deal, because $20 million is basically what lawyers are doing in 2 months. If it takes 3 or 4 months to commit the sale, it probably would have been better for Chapter 7. So give me your thoughts and comments down below as well. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching, and subscribe if you guys want to.